the rehabilitation of the Republican Party. That's what we'll talk about today. Yesterday was really an incredibly important day. It was on that day that, of course, the Supreme Court basically endorsed gay marriage. Officially, they didn't, and it was the Defense of Marriage Act, but really, in effect, they did. And secondly, the Senate moved very close to passing the immigration bill with a strong Republican support. This means that two of the bricks that are in this wall of identity politics that Obama has used to encircle and confine the Republican Party are now on the verge of being removed. The reasons that the gay community and the Latino community dislike the Republican Party, or rather feel the Republican Party dislikes them, gay marriage and immigration, are about to be removed. It's not so much that the Republicans will get any credit for either of those actions, even though Justice Kennedy is a Republican and obviously the Republicans are permitting this bill to pass in the Congress. It's not that. It's that removing these irritants take two constituencies that should not be overwhelmingly Democrat and put them in play with the Republicans having a shot at getting them. The Latino community probably will never be a mainstay of the Republican Party like former Irish and Italian immigrants are, but it certainly won't be a 3-to-1 Democratic group. They're socially conservative, they oppose gay marriage, they're generally pro-life. They came here to the United States because they wanted to work. They're supportive of the work ethic. They're viscerally opposed to debt. And they've been forced into a marriage with the Democratic Party because of their perception that the Republican Party is biased against them. And removing this irritant of immigration law enforcement and of the raids and deportations and all that, I think will be terribly important in clearing the air so that fundamental policies and issues and the problems Obama's having lead them to consider the Republican Party. And with gays, it's even more true. Many gays are very economically successful. In fact, they probably are well above the national average income. There's no reason why they should not be voting Republican, except for the opposition of the Republican Party to gays and the opposition to gay marriage. And as this issue gets taken off the table, the factor that is binding gays to the Democratic Party, I think, may loosen significantly. And I think they're both very important steps. They're both really inevitable. On the one hand, we are not going to deport 11 million people who live here, and it could be more. We're not going to send them back. And ultimately, we're going to have to absorb them on some terms or other. And the Republican amendments that require tougher efforts on border security and perhaps successful outcomes in closing the border before the legalization begins, I think are probably the best terms we're going to get for assimilating those folks into the United States. And gay marriage is obviously an idea whose time has come. It's moved up about 20 points in the last year and a half, not the least because of the incessant pounding of the entertainment industry and the news media to ratify it, with scenes in movies and TV shows and sitcoms, all of which increase the perception of it as the norm. So there are ideas whose time has come. It's best for our party to get out of the way and then let Barack Obama and the coming economic catastrophes move people over to the Republican Party.